ce n'était peut-être pas une bonne idée d'envoyer ces minus de la police judiciaire? C'est faire foutre, Joe. Oh, sorry, wrong channel. Um, Guys, first of all, I want to welcome all the new followers, and I want to welcome all the people who followed me on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you very much. I appreciate the show of support. We have a couple of videos going up. I consider this the end of season 1, and we're going to jump into season 2 as soon as I pop these suckers out. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy what you're about to see on Gaijin Guy. Hey Gaijin Geigers, it's great to be back. Today we've got a very special episode with an overview of DEKA number 23 from 1962, cover and a layout by SAITo Takao, creator of GOLGO 13, original member of Gekiga Kobo, sometimes signed art as Gorilla, as he was a big husky dude. Edited by Kuma Fukuo, later assistant editor at Champion. He shows up in the Making of Blackjack comic. He also worked at Nakamura Shoten, which is known for publishing early manga, and knew Tezuka personally. That frontispiece was Takao, and we have another Takao piece signed Gorilla here. We've got some exciting artists coming up that I will introduce as I get into their stories. There's the gorilla art. The very first story is Uganda Machi, the Warped Waterfront. It's a continuing story that pits our hero Junji against a bunch of Yakuza, including his own father. And he somehow gets roped in to a revenge thing because the boss of his father's group is apparently murdered by a rival gang. Junji himself has washed his feet of it, as they say in Japanese, and has tried to get out, but when he finds out that the boss has been murdered, he decides to take the rival gang out, and so he crashes into their car. And a great action scene, by the way. Great action scene. Very easy, very readable. The art is very readable, very easy to follow. The story, a little less so. But anyway, they come down to a shooting match, and it's like draw, and everybody gets shot, and including the bad guy gets shot right between the eyes. But it looks like Junji's not in great shape either. His father's group comes to get him, but it might be too late. Up next, we have Kokoro by Nagashima Shinji. Look at these. There's Nagashima Shinji. Great sound effects there. Nagashima Shinji was a friend of the Gekiga Kobo group as well as the Tokiwaso group. He played both sides. And this is the epilogue, chapter 11 of the Mangaka Zankoku Monogatari. Okay, Kokoro, heart. And this is one of the earliest comics about mangaka, about people who make comics. So this particular one is about a guy who's asked by one old friend who is an editor, comics editor, to check on another old friend who is a comics artist. And he's explaining that the guy's really popular, but he only puts out one story a month. And the guy obviously got shot down. He's trying to figure out why the guy won't do more comics since he's so popular. And he finally meets the guy. He's all in priest garb and everything. Lives at a temple, and he says, I don't care about being popular, I just draw when I want to draw. And the guy's trying to figure him out. Like, why wouldn't you want success? And he remembers that snowy day when his friend saw a boy get hit by a car, and the boy was carrying all these comics and stuff. And he was like, he never even got to read them. And he goes, but anyway, that was the day I decided I wanted to make comics. And if I can just make one person happy, that's good enough for me. And he kind of remembers that and tells the editor guy, nope, sorry, couldn't help you. Up next, we have Challenge Series Seikan. Story number 3, Seikan, which is Survival by NANBA Kenji. NANBA Kenji is a student of my favorite guy, Takano Yoshiteru, assistant to SAITo Takao, alongside Kawasaki Noboru, and a member of Saito's Gekiga Shudan. So our hero, Black Hawk, is he's watching these parachutes get tested by a dummy. There's the dummy. Dummy's smiling, by the way. And he tells the one guy, like, I really want to test out, I want to be the first human to test it out. And his rival there in the sunglasses, Clark, he's like, I'm not going to let some slimy Japanese guy. They make him use an epithet. Like somebody mentioned on Twitter, I saw today, like all the animation and manga characters, Japanese, they hate, like all the Americans that show up in these, they always hate the Japanese. But anyway, this guy's like a rival. They both want to test it out, and they both get the chance. So they're up in the air, and they're going to get the chance. But something's wrong with the plane. Something is allowing the one guy to jump, but the other guy can't jump right away. So Black Hawk, we're following him as he goes down through the sky, and he's remembering not to open his parachute too early. And when he finally does open his parachute, at first he's, like, oh, this is great, I'm enjoying this. And then he gets caught up in this horrible storm, and it whips him around and throws him around like a doll. It's kind of, very elongated action sequence. And he finally makes it through. It's in the hospital, and the guy says, you did a good job, you're a hero. And he said, well, what about Clark? Clark is the one who's the hero. And he said, oh, well, he died, he didn't make it, he opened his parachute too soon. Up next, we have Kodoku, Loneliness by Arikawa Eiichi, later changes his name to Sonoda Mitsuyoshi. This is part 1 of a two-parter. This is our main character, Go, the White Rose. He's like a top-level assassin. He was in Tokyo for 5 years, and now he's back to visit the boss who gave him a chance. We know that he doesn't like beating up on regular guys, but when he finds out that these guys are Yakuza, he beats the crap out of them. So there's some good rock'em sock'em. So he meets the big brother of the guys he just beat up, and he said, we'll be seeing each other again soon. And then he finally makes it way back to his boss's place, where the boss has only like one henchman left. Everybody else kind of betrayed him and joined the rival group, which is the NANBA clan, which is funny because there's a NANBA artist in this book. I wonder if he was making a joke of that. So this is the boss, and he's all drunk and everything and just disappointed. And so Go said, you know what, point me at the rivals. I want to punish them for what they did to you. And so he goes to their club and makes, quick work of a thug or two. And notice he hasn't killed anybody yet. But then we come across the big brother over here, Te Nagazaru. What a great name, long arm monkey. And they meet at the beach. How romantic. To settle things, to be continued in part 2. But go, man, what a cool guy, and gotta love the hair. So over here we have the readers page again. This is published by Tokyo Top Company, based in Tokyo. But again, here we have Matsumori Masashi. He's from Kumamoto. He became a Kashihon guy, and later worked in magazines. A lot of these people that I'm pointing to here are from the west of Japan. A lot of people from Kyushu, a lot of people from Osaka, Kumamoto, etc. So I'm just pointing out the fact that there's, the Osaka people, Kumamoto, you got. I always love these sent in drawings. You got pictures of the guy from the frontispiece, and you got more guys from Kyushu and the west of Japan. So I'm just pointing these out here. It's curious because somebody mentioned that it might have been a distribution problem, that the books never really went north, that they mostly went west out of Tokyo. And yeah, that's a very true possibility. I also happen to know that there were a lot of rental comic shops in the West, and so maybe there was just more demand. But anyway, that was DEKA. Also, you could read it Keiji. It means cop. Number 23. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, this is, you can see the other page. He's throwing his piece, throwing the gun there. Another SAITo Takao piece. Yep, that was it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching Gaijin Guy.